What exactly made James Dean so special? James Dean, without question, was one of the first of his kind. The approach that James took to acting was not normal for that time in old Hollywood. Channeling his emotions the way he did and the uniqueness that he provided when acting is what separated him from most. His acting style was way different than some top names around that time like a Clark Gable or a Humphrey Bogart. Being the poster boy for teenage angst in the 1950s, plus going to the esteemed Actors Studio in New York City did wonders for him. It was truly a revolutionary acting style the way he was doing it because he was method acting, which again, during that time was not so common. James had some pretty bad trauma, especially losing his mom at a young age, and with method acting, you were taught to become the character and use past trauma or pain built up inside of you to forge the emotion that can be shown with said character. James was not the first to do it, nor was he the best to do it, but he did do a great job in helping unlock this art form for future actors and actresses to perfect. And obviously James being one of the very first sex symbols in Hollywood helped his image out a lot. James being naturally cool never really hurt him either. Somebody who was greatly influenced by James Dean and his approach was Elvis, even at one point going on a date with the Rebel Without a Cause co-star Natalie Wood. James was one of the key contributors to this new dawning of a teen culture in the 1950s. He was the poster boy for said movement despite only living to see the success of his first movie, Rebel Without a Cause. Surely one of the biggest what ifs ever would be what if James Dean was not involved in that car crash that ultimately took him from us at the age of 24. But being able to accomplish what he was able to accomplish in those short 24 years gives you an appreciation of what he was able to do when he was here, providing a blueprint to future actors and actresses to try to replicate the same level of art form that he was able to replicate and to possibly achieve the same amount of success that he was able to achieve. James, without question, remains one of the signature faces of old Hollywood. And to be able to say that about somebody who was not in the public eye very long is a very impressive accomplishment. Pioneering anything in this world, especially in the public eye, is immensely difficult. To be able to pioneer a different form of acting despite being so young will always be a testament to just how skilled James Dean was. Keep in mind he only starred in 3 movies before his passing, but the impact that he left behind still nearly 70 years after his crash is long felt. At the intersection of highways 41 and 46 in California's San Luis Obispo County lies a memorial for the James Dean crash site. And if you're ever in James Dean's old stomping grounds of Fairmont, Indiana, stop by his museum and the grave of James Dean to pay respect to one of the greatest to ever do it. What If can always be attributed to James Dean because of his early passing, but much like most what ifs, the talent on display did not lie. Had James lived on, he would have had a successful continued career in Hollywood that would have spanned generations. Even though his talent did that anyways, it would just be continued proof. Despite the fact that James Dean was not here very long, his impact was prevalent and the influence that he had will always carry on.